anybody like Jesus. You've never met anybody like him.
The views, opinions, positions, or strategies expressed on WLAF TV 12 do not necessarily reflect those of the staff, management, ownership, or advertisers of WLAF TV 12, 1450 WLAF Radio, FM 100.9, or 1450WLAF.com.
Hi, this is Mark Beckman with Independent Insurance Consultants. I work with folks who have Medicare. If you're getting ready to turn 65 or starting to plan your retirement, your Medicare is going to be starting soon, or if it started recently, or maybe you're just now qualifying for your Medicare benefits through disability, please give me a call. We have a lot of good choices available in our area. Not all plans are the same, and not one size fits all. I work with folks to make sure that the plan that they pick fits their financial needs and also their doctor and hospital choices. A lot of times your prescription medications might help you figure out which plan you need to be on. I've been doing this for quite a while. I never charge a fee, and if you'd like my assistance, I'll be sure and try to help you. My phone number is 1-866-691-5571. Thanks.
Welcome to RaiseX.
RaiseX has a friendly service with a family environment with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also, for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaiseX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, I'm Ann Love with Linda Kilgore State Farm Agency. I have worked in the insurance and financial services industry for over 20 years, formerly with the John R.W. Brown Agency. I'm a native Campbell County and enjoy helping people with their insurance needs. Stop by and see me for all your insurance needs.
I tell you what, with these four machines, we've covered all the bases. We've got a party barge, a mud beast, a couple of nasty ATVs for guys who just love to get dirty. Like the Razor High Lifter Edition, this machine is built for the mud. Basically, it's a water buffalo. It will take you through the mud and brush like you wouldn't believe.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna power equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner. Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to Husqvarna.com for more information.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to Campbell County Issues. Tonight's show is also being brought to you by True Value Homes. True Value Homes, located in Huntsville at Highway 27 and 63. Folks, if you're in the market for a home, you'll be making a bad mistake if you're looking for a trailer or a prefab home without going to Scott County and taking a good look, because They their value. I mean, I was amazed at their prices. So all I can say is you just need to go and see. They're called Keith Klothfelder, and you can actually see how the homes are built, and they have construction people there that can fix those. Put the fireplace wherever you want it, or you want it to change stuff around, you can do that. That's True Value Homes in Huntsville. Also, Ron's Golf and Indoor Flea Market. You know, he's always getting a lot of stuff in, and there's a lot of stuff going out. And as I told you last week, you know, he has some. He gets in refrigerators and stoves and washers and dryers and stuff like that. So if you're in the market for something like that, a used one, make sure you take a good look at Ron's before you buy. And the White Knuckle event at Kiltmore in Scott County in May. And I'm going to talk a little bit about four-wheelers here in a minute. First, I got to tell you something that. And I'll tell you, I don't have a lot to talk about tonight, and so I'm open to any subject you want to. And I want to thank Jerry. Both of our lights had gone out. He bought one, I bought one, and they had both gone out. But Jerry has purchased another one and brought it up here, made sure it got up here so you could see me tonight. So I appreciate that, Jerry. But I had a good weekend, real good weekend. I know it was a little chilly, but they had a bass tournament at Anderson County Park. A lot of you, I'm sure, knows where Anderson County Park, and you've probably seen a lot of boats up and down the lake, even in this area from that fish tournament down there. I had never seen so many boats. There was like 200 boats that went out in that tournament. And I think the entry fee, it was something like $300. They was from everywhere. And so my grandson and I went over to the weigh-in. Fish must have been biting awful good over the weekend, because my little grandson caught about a 3 or 4 pound largemouth fishing from the bank, and he's tickled to death, and so was Papaw. But they caught over 1,474, I believe they said, pounds of bass. 1,400, over a half a ton of bass out of North Lake. Now, you know, they have to turn those back in. But it was funny because we were camping down there, and they all had to come in about 3 o'clock. And so about dark, my grandson and I went back over to where they checked in and put all the fish back in and whatever. And there was 1 or 2 fish, I don't know what kind they were, that had washed up on the shore. And I'll bet you that there was 50 buzzards. I never seen so many in all my life. I don't know where they all came from, but they must roost in the woods around there close, because never seen so many. But the next day, my grandson, and he's always wanted to catch a bass. And folks, last year we caught a bunch of fish and some big fish, but he hadn't caught a fish this year, and they just hadn't been biting too well. So anyway, he wants to go over and try some rocks that he's seen there. And so I was on the golf cart, and I sat around and waited on him, and he goes down there, and so help me, he catches, well, that fish is a largemouth. It's every bit of that long. I mean, it's really a nice one. So anyway, he's got his bass caught this year. Now I don't know where he'll be, he's running or not. But I just wanted to get that story out, and like I say, they had if you're so cold, I didn't think that they would do any good at all. but there was one man caught 5 fish that the 5 fish combined weighed 22 pounds. And the large fish was 7 pounds, almost 8 pounds. So, you fishermen, that's a fisherman story. I thought I'd get that out there and let you. And the people that was putting that show on was Tennessee Team Trail. And so I think let me just see if they've got a website you can get in touch with them if you want to ever get in touch with them and join any of these, but I don't see it now. But oh yeah, it's tnteamtrails.com. So for all details, you fishermen, they had they was out really organized. They had some nice rigs and all this. They got one coming up here pretty soon. Well, they paid $5,000 to the winner of that one. A Saturday, and $1,500 to second place, $1,000 for third, $800, even down to from 16th to the 50th place is paying $150 to each one of them. So they were really paying out some good stuff. Now they got a classic payout coming based on 110 paid entries, going to be a boat and motor, and then the second prize is $5,000 coming up. So if you want to check on those, and I think that one they give them out all the time. So anyway, if you folks out there, you fishermen, it's time to go fishing, because the bass were definitely biting Saturday. I don't know whether they're biting today or not, and they bit Sunday because that grandson of mine caught a nice one Sunday. Well, I got to use a little bit of my show that I used last night. In the News Sentinel on March the 12th, that was Saturday before last, was an article about Rocky Top or Lake City. We've been in the business over in Scott County, or they've been in the business, not just been a bystander or helping, trying to get to where make it legal to ride on the roads in town. And I know last year that La Follette had an event, but Highway 63 in Scott County runs through Huntsville, as you all know, and the traffic, as far as the amount of traffic that goes through Huntsville compared to what goes through Lake City, are in that. And then in the paper that stated that the governor of Tennessee on July the 1st will sign an order that four-wheelers will be able to ride in Lake City all the time. Or they didn't specify there was any other time. And we get only 4 days a year in Huntsville, and that just started last year. And anyway, they're going to be able to ride anywhere in Lake City, and in even some areas outside the where the businesses are at. And the governor is going to sign that. Well, La Follette, if you guys are watching, I know that we are getting ready to raise some cane or see what's going on with our representatives, because I don't know whether your representative, if you're wanting those here, because like you know, you had it here last year and you had quite a few people to come into town and ride in just a designated area. But here's the thing about it, and we're definitely, as far as Scott County, we're not, I guess, afraid for people to come in or or don't want to do anything to stop people from coming in, because I think it actually would help our business too. But we want to be treated equally. See, people, they come up here to 141 and they ride and ride and ride, and they don't never do anything. They come over to Scott County and harass us all the time. We can't, I mean, and I do know why, but it's just not right. Because at one time we had a bunch of people to go to our county commission and complain. They didn't like the noise. And they want us to, they're wanting to add taxes. Our county commission's wanting to add a entertainment tax to where our taxes for people that's come over and ride, when you get the total amount that they're putting on hotels and just an entertainment license or tax of 8%, it would ended up about 23 and a half or 23 and a quarter cents per ticket that we sell. Nobody around here does that. And I mean, well, last night I was mad because Rocky Top is getting, and if any of you can find a News Sentinel paper for March the 12th, you'll find it in there, and it's just not right. And it's not right that really what's happening between just Scott County and exit 141. They ride across the road. They don't have any signs up or anything else. And why we are treated so much different, I don't know. But I do know one thing. This year, well, if they continue to go through it, and they're supposed to be voting on it tonight. If it goes through, I would say this might be our last year in Scott County where somebody will get all that if they market it right. And it's not just luck in doing that stuff. You got to have people that's smart enough to be able to market those kind of things. You guys seen that with what happened up the valley here. These people that was selling this thing and was going to do so much and give so much. When they pulled out and didn't pay anybody, you have to be smart in what you're doing. And I tell you, we got a marketing genius in Scott County. His name is Mark Love, the one that does this white knuckle event and does the all this other stuff. He knows what he's doing, and he makes things happen. And then I guess it's just that our local government, and we don't have any, they're not helping us at all. They're doing things to deter it. So I hope it don't happen here in La Follette. But that's enough of that. Now, I've seen here in the paper where a mother actually called the law on her daughter to report that her daughter was having a sexual relationship with a 13-year-old boy. Now, you know, I don't think it's right. But let's go back into the 1950s. In I was looking up some gas prices and stuff, thinking about what happens down through the years. It wasn't anything to see a family with large number of children, and when the girls got to be 14 or 15 years old, they'd sign and let those young girls get married. There was a lot of that. In fact, but I know I had a couple of family members that uncles that married younger girls by 2 or 3, but But the law says as long as they're within 4 years, it's not against the law. So that means if you're 15 years old and you're 18 or 19 and you've been dating or seeing this person for sometimes, then there's situations there that's a little different. But I can't understand why a woman would want to be with a 13-year-old whenever there's so many men out here that, and good men that's looking for women. That's just, I don't know. It's just it's just a little different. The shoes on the other foot, but the woman's got the same right as the men's got, and they should have. So anyway, I've tried to find stuff to talk about today, and read a lot of stuff on the computer, trying to find things that might interest you all to talk about. And sometimes you just run out of topics to write about or to talk about. I even got Ann Hester's column today to read it to see if I could find something and read the whole paper. And I would say her column this week, she was really struggling to write a column because she was just telling about her trip to the grocery store or to this store or that store and all the different things she's seen. And folks, sometimes you just run out. So give me a call. I'll talk to you about anything you want to talk about. I am very interested in what's going on politically nationwide. And tomorrow we got the Republicans has 2 more states, and actually the Democrats has 4. They're just 3 big states, but then the small islands is voting. So anyway, we'll talk to you about anything you want to talk about tonight. You're on the air.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought best is Trump and Hillary Clinton still running.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Let me turn this down here if I can.
Oh, okay. Well, now Hillary today, she addressed the AIPAC, which is a Jewish pact, and she got a super warm welcome, but they actually booed Donald Trump.
They did?
Yes.
What was that she was talking about, AIPAC or whatever?
Well, she was saying, that's a Jewish group, and she was talking about Israel. There wasn't no compromise or no nothing when it comes to the safety of Israel, that the United States would be there regardless. There's no negotiations there. That's and I guess Trump had said that he would negotiate with the Palestinians and Israel on equal terms or something like that, and Clinton used that to say, no, that won't be on equal terms, because whenever it comes to Israel survival, United States is there 100%. There's no place, no leniency or anything. This is how it will be. So, and I don't know, it's going a little crazy, and there's something that was unusual about it to me is Bernie Sanders is Jewish, but he didn't come. He wanted to make a recording and send it, and they refused to let him do that.
Well,
so,
but it looks like still yet to be Hillary and Trump.
Well, I've said it from the beginning, and I got some very close friends That's all three of them. We meet every week and talk, and they're all three die-hard Republicans. And they're Donald Trump fans from the word go. But I've said from the very first of it, I really don't think that Donald Trump will get the nomination. Or he might even get the nomination, but they won't let him run to represent the Republican Party. I would be very surprised if he got enough votes that something would happen that he would not make it to the general election.
Huh, okay.
Because this thing has really gotten out of hand. It's gone crazy.
Yeah. Well, I just want to call in and find out what's going on.
Well, I appreciate it because I need a call or two. Sometimes, like I say, sometimes it's just hard to come up with enough subjects to talk about because evidently things is going pretty good except the traffic around here.
Yeah.
Appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're on the air.
Yes, I'm trying to call this number, and it says my phone has been blocked. My phone number.
Okay. Well, let me tell you.
What would that be?
Okay, let me just tell you. If there's someone out there that you've been calling, and if they don't want that number to show up or ring on their phone, they have phones now that can block any number that they don't want to hear from.
No, this is WLAF. I'm calling you from a different number. WLAF it says that I've been blocked from calling WLAF.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well,
you've got through to me.
Well, not on the phone that I've called you on several times.
Uh-huh.
So I need to write a letter to who and find out why I would be blocked from calling from the...
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going on break here right now in a minute. I'll ask Honeybee if she knows anything about it or whatever. And which number are you calling that's blocked?
The number that I was calling from is 423-1010. It says it's been blocked.
No, what number?
Calling about that ministry that was bringing free food out.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you what number are you calling? Not where you're calling from.
2, 3.
Huh?
557.
It's 3557.
And I had to call from another phone because the phone I've been calling on, the regular phone, is blocked.
Well, this is 562-3557.
That's your WLAF radio station.
Right.
That's the number that I'm talking to you.
Okay. I truly don't know. You'd have to talk to and call down here tomorrow, or maybe at ask for Jim and see if he can tell you. But I have no idea, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm blocked from a public radio station. That's not good.
No, that don't make sense.
No, I'm going to find out the reason. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, and bye-bye. Okay, we'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
Hi, my name is Mark Beckman. I'm with Independent Insurance Consultants. Did you know that if you have qualified for the federal low-income subsidy, some people call that extra help, if you qualified for the low-income subsidy, you can change your prescription drug plan at any time of the year that you want to. Sometimes you may find that a medication isn't covered by your current plan, or maybe a plan that's available in your area offers additional benefits that you're not eligible to get through your plan that you have right now. Those are opportunities for you to change your plan year-round. The federal government allows for you, with a low-income subsidy, to change any time of year. If you'd like more information or if you want me to help you figure out which plan may work better for you, I'd be glad to. My phone number is 1-866-691-5571. Thank you.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment, with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also, for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, I'm Linda Kilgore. This is my 35th year with State Farm, my 25th year here in Campbell County. I'm not a high-pressure salesman. I like to just sit down with my customers and help them decide what's right for them. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon.
I tell you what, with these four machines, we've covered all the bases. We've got a party barge, a mud beast, a couple of nasty ATVs for guys who just love to get dirty. Like the Razor High Lifter Edition, this machine is built for the mud. Basically, it's a water buffalo. It will take you through the mud and brush like you wouldn't believe.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner. Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Okay, folks, here we go again, and you know, the True Value Homes is bringing you tonight's show, and you know, no matter what I say or what I do, until you actually go and find out for yourself. And it's just a pleasant drive over to the 27. And, you know, one of the, I guess, biggest decisions you'll ever make in your life is buying a home. And there's some deals there, folks, and there's some nice homes. So you need to drive over and check it out if you're in the market for a house. And they are selling quite a few homes. They're doing super well. So you know you're getting a lot of satisfied people. So if you got land or you, and there's different ways. And I'm telling you, if I was a young man, and I know that we got, or my son has several acres of land, and I used to have 4 or 5 acres right on the road where I could put up a nice trailer park. With what they're doing right now, I would be in trailer park business and letting somebody else run it for me, because I couldn't deal with it. But now Ron's Golf Cart, an indoor flea market, like I say, he's always got something going on down there, and you can go there every week and you'll find something different, because he buys stuff where people comes in and he cleans it up, he makes it nice, and you'll find a lot of things that you think, boy, well, even he has crystal and stuff like that at times, and purses, plenty of purses, and the jackets and stuff. You need to check him out, and plus, like I say, the antiques. And another thing I just want to mention, that Scott County we're lucky. We have 2 physical therapists that owns their own therapy business. They will have one in Huntsville and one in Oneida, and they're really nice places. And the one in Oneida is brand new, but it's just a young couple. And I know, whenever I had my knee operated on in 2009, they're the one that I went through my therapy with, and they're just a young couple, but they're both doctors. They're doctors in physical therapy, and you don't hear a whole lot of that. And now, whenever I was going, she was had her master's in therapy, but he just had his bachelor's. But now they both have their doctorates, and they know what they're doing, and they're working on me right now. And if you're in your 65 or over, you got Medicare, Medicaid, and you have supplementary insurance, I know it's not costing me anything except mine. And I believe from now on, folks, I'm going to go to the doctor and I'm going to say, I need to be stretched out. I need to be able to get my balance back. And I'm going, even if I've got to pay $65 a week co-pay or something or whatever, I'm going to start doing it every year if I live long enough, because folks, I know I get to where I wobble all over the place. People think I'm drunk, but I've already, in three sessions, I'm already being able to walk better. You're on the air.
Yeah, Earl, that woman that called in and asked about Trump and Hillary. She's want no polio to run.
She's what now?
Want no polio to run at heartthrob. That lady that called in.
Yeah.
She'll be calling in and asking for my number. Hey, put all jokes aside, who do you think is going to break it down to the convention?
I tell you this, and you're not going to believe this. Again, my friends that I sat around with, this was 6 months ago, and you weren't even hearing his name mentioned. And I said, folks, you look out. John Kasich will be in the mix some way. And if he is, and if he was to get the nomination, he will be elected.
I told my brother that in January. I said he'll be thrown in there one way or the other, and I said I believe it'll go to the convention.
And
it's not right, I don't think.
But I don't either. I don't think it's right. But the thing about it is, there's never been a Republican, well, in the last 60 years or whatever, that's won the race without carrying Ohio.
Yeah.
And they have to carry Ohio. And so I don't know. But now I know, and I know you all know, that I'm for Hillary. I just think, I truly believe that Bill Clinton was the best president for this nation. I mean, wasn't in war. We had prosperity. I mean, everybody was working. And what else do you want?
Yeah, I seen where Hillary said she told Bill in November she'd be wearing the pants. I was making the joke, Oriole, when she was talking about that.
But well, I really believe she's very strong, and there's been two women that has been extremely successful as leaders, and that's Golda Meir, actually the first president of prime minister of Israel. In 1948, and then you had Margaret Thatcher. I mean, strong, and so.
Let me ask you. Yeah, I see, I understand that. Let me ask you a question. If Trump, by some miracle, if he was to get enough delegates, can they still throw it into a convention?
No. No, if he get, see, the law says that on the first ballot, they must, vote those ballots, whatever they are. Then after that, it's just Katie bar the door.
Yeah.
See, I believe it was in 1976, and wasn't that whenever Carter was elected, and the convention was in Chicago, I believe, and that was a barn burner to, they didn't have enough delegates to be elected on the first ballot, and I think it went to the second or third ballot. I don't know for sure. Now, if Hazel Valley was still talking to me, he would probably know that.
Yeah. I hate drinking Kool-Aid tonight, I'd say. When he talks, you think he's drinking it's facts.
Oh, no. I mean, he looks his stuff up. He's very smart.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think he goes just a little too far.
Yeah, he gets carried away sometimes, but he's got enough knowledge to know that he should stop, but he don't.
But he won't.
But no, if they ain't got enough delegates, I know, but I always thought that even, now if it's been the other way around, that John Casey had enough, didn't have enough, but he had the most delegates when they went in. I still believe they'd put him in.
But now, he would have to win every one of the delegates that's left, and 106%, so that's impossible for him to get enough delegates. But I say that he is counting on
get enough either, Kenny.
Both Trump and Casey, but Cruz can get enough delegates, but they have to win everything. Now, tomorrow, Arizona is get all delegates, okay?
Yeah.
I believe if Trump wins Arizona tomorrow, I believe that puts Cruz to where he can win the nomination and on a first ballot, but they can still stop Trump. And I'm telling you,
but it's trying every way in the world.
Well, I truly believe that if Trump wants to get the nomination, and I know that in the state of Tennessee, he'll, it doesn't make any difference who gets the nomination in the Republican Party. We know Tennessee will go Republican regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate your call about it.
But thank you.
Thank you. You're on the air.
Yes, we have a problem, and I don't know if someone that could help us with this situation. We're very low income, and my husband's waiting on the veterans benefits that he signed up for. I received $281 and some odd cents a month. He received $983. Our electric bill was over $300, and then another one, $400 and some odd dollars. Came out on top of that. Well, we didn't get an application for the SNAP benefits last month. We didn't get a phone call. So we got no SNAP benefits last month. So I had a lady from Estra to take the application, since we don't have a car, to the Department of Human Services in Jacksboro, Tennessee. The lady called and we did an interview on the phone. Now, a chain drugstore in Jacksboro is telling me that they can't fax the medication that we paid for to the Department of Human Services, and they've been doing this for years. And so I talked to Mr. Davis at the Department of Human Services, and he told me that we would have to bring the list of medications that we paid for, or any doctors that we owe, to the office in person, and then we would have to wait 10 more days to get any SNAP benefits. So if there anyone that can give an answer on that, please call and let us know. And then this ministry, that's why I was calling WLAF, and for some reason, I don't know why, I would be blocked from calling WLAF, since this is a public radio station, and I'm sure never harassed, anyone on this radio station. Okay. And they promised that they would bring the food to our home. And I tried to call WLF, and I was blocked from calling to find out about that. And then they never brought the food, and we didn't get any SNAP benefits for 2 months.
Well, I don't know about. I really don't even know what you're talking about when you're talking about SNAP.
Food stamps. They call it SNAP, but the old-fashioned word is food stamps.
Oh, okay.
So maybe there's someone out there can tell us what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean,
well, let me ask you that. I don't understand the veterans benefits. Why that you would be having a trouble with that?
Well, he signed up about a month ago, and they said that it'd take a month, and then I called the veteran.
He signed up for what?
Veterans. He's a veteran. My husband.
I know, but if he is a veteran and he has some kind of disability, he should do what?
Yes, he can. He does. He's talking about that therapy. That's where he needs to go to.
Well,
he has osteoporosis, and he don't like home health, and you can give me out that number, and I'll write it down. We might be interested in that.
I don't. Which one in Scott County?
Yes.
It's
if we can get extras to take him over there, we don't have a car.
Okay, it's 423.
Well, now this pencil's not writing, so I'll get a pencil and you give it out on the air and I'll write it down.
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. But, as far as the Veterans Administration, when you qualify, and I can't understand it, and he's in his 80s, if he's had any kind of disability that may have had something to do with his military service, then it would start that, and that thing just automatically, you don't pay income tax on it or anything. It just goes to the bank or whatever every month. You don't have to do nothing once you're approved. And and myself, I mean, if you've not talked to your Veterans Administration guy here in town, you should get in touch with them first. You're on the air.
Well, I wanted to explain that. He is totally disabled. He has dementia and he has osteoporosis. But he knows, it's Social Security number. I mean, but he has the beginning stages of dementia and osteoporosis. He's totally disabled, and I'm the caregiver.
Okay.
And trying to work all this out, trying to get food stamps, take care of him, try to keep the house going. And I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, what I would do if I was you, I mean, this is just a suggestion. You have all kinds of people that's getting paid to take care of these kind of things. And I would call the health department and ask them, and it's in your directory, ask them what direction should you go, and they should be able to help you some. Okay?
Yeah, but really, he got veterans benefits, say 15 years or less. He got them before he was disabled.
Oh, okay.
And really, he should have automatically have got them. You know, he shouldn't really have to wait 2 to 4 months to get benefits, and him totally disabled.
No, I'll agree with you there. Appreciate your call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll talk to you about anything you want to talk about, but there's some things out there that just sometimes it upsets me to start talking about it, because I want to say stuff that I know I'm going to upset people, but I can't for the life of me understand why people throw stuff out on the side of the road. And I talk about it at home, and I believe, and when I talk about it here, I believe people drives all the way over to my driveway to throw out stuff. And I can't figure it out. If you're in a car and they make trash bags, and I know there's not anybody in the world probably, well, in the United States, that don't have at least a Walmart plastic bag. If not, put the trash in the plastic bag and take it home and get rid of it when you go out to the dump, or get you a trash can or something and burn it. Do something, because folks, people comes to Tennessee because Tennessee is beautiful. It is beautiful. This particular area is super beautiful. And it just tears me apart to see. I bet you that within a 200-yard span, after you come out of the town of Huntsville, coming towards La Follette, you can pick up 2 big bags of trash in a 200-yard space. And the thing about it is, it's all on the same side of the road, because they're coming from Oneida or Huntsville, and you see the same thing. Now you're going to, and now that they're putting the fast food stuff up at 141, from 141 to the top of Caryville Mountain, or I'm at Pioneer Mountain, you will probably never see the ground again, because all that stuff is just going to get right out the window. Why are people, I mean, you know, I know a lot of people get on me about the Bible a lot. But doesn't it say in the Bible that cleanliness is next to godliness? How people can be so... Now, I don't care I don't care, but I'm concerned, especially if there's kids in the house, about a very, very, very dirty environment, because it's unhealthy. It's very, very unhealthy. And I know a lot of people, that loved ones, that truly they have the problem. This is the same as anybody else. But why? Why throw it out on the side of the road? Or why throw it out in your yard? Don't make sense. Is there any particular reason that you throw your beer cans or your pop bottles or your food wrappers out the window? Is there any real excuse? Can anybody out there tell me a real good excuse to do that? It's just a simple effort. And I know at one time, Campbell County was paying 2 litter officers a full salary to work 40 hours a week. And I don't know whether they still do it. Sheriff McClellan actually had certain prisoners that was assigned, that was their job. I get 8 hours a day to go, and you just do, they do a pretty good job in Campbell County. They do a better job than we do, I'll tell you that right now. But you never see in the paper, they get monies for like Dare or I Spy or something in that nature to help take care of this. But you never see anybody in the paper getting fined for it. I've even called and told people their license plate number and go back, check 3 or 4 days later, that stuff is still at the same spot. You're on the air.
Yeah, I was going to tell him about that cleanliness next godliness.
About what now?
Cleanness next godliness.
Yes.
It's not in the Bible, but it's good saying.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
I've not ever found it. I've been through the Bible a few times, but that's a good saying, though.
Okay, I sure appreciate the call.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. I just don't know why people do it. Now, I'm not bitching about your house. Inside your house, it's your domain. Inside your property. If you had property next to me, and it's close to my house, and I had small children, let's just say if I was up here on Rose Hill, and closest the houses are together and stuff, and then somebody moved out, or somebody just wouldn't mow their lawn, where snakes and snails and puppy dog tails all can get in there and hide, I'd be complaining. But I don't complain against any individual doing this or doing that in their own place. It's their place. But still, a lot of this stuff just don't make sense. And no matter how lazy you are, and my wife says I'm the laziest man in the world, because there's a lot of the stuff that she does that I just don't like to do, because she's a workaholic and I'm not a workaholic. I'm far, far from a workaholic. I'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
You're clear.
Hi, I'm Mark Beckman. I'm with Independent Insurance Consultants. I work with folks who have Medicare. If you're new to Medicare, if your plan is getting ready to start, or if you're getting ready to plan your retirement for maybe later this year, please give me a call. There are many plans available in our area that can help offset some of the costs you might ordinarily have with Medicare by itself. I can help you review prescription drug plans that are available. I can help you review doctor networks so that you can pick a plan that will work for the doctors that you choose. And I can help you find a plan that will fit in your budget. My phone number is 1-866-691-5571. And if I can help in any way, I'll be glad to try to do it. Thank you.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment, with that country kick. It's a family owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also, for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor. Here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Pierce. I may not be Jake from State Farm, but I do wear khakis. I've been here with Linda Kilgore's office for 2 years. I enjoy helping people make a decision regarding their insurance based on their needs and wants. I'm fully licensed. I enjoy selling auto, home, and life insurance. So feel free to come in or call in any time, and I'll be glad to help you.
I tell you what, with these 4 machines, we've covered all the bases. We've got a party barge, a mud beast, a couple of nasty ATVs for guys who just love to get dirty. Like the Razor High Lifter Edition, this machine is built for the mud. Basically, it's a water buffalo. It will take you through the mud and brush like you wouldn't believe.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner. Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Okay. Again, Ron's Golf Cart and Indoor Flea Market bringing you Night Show and True Value Homes. If you were voting tonight or tomorrow, and I know that Donald Trump, he won big time here in Tennessee, but so did Hillary. But if Cruz and Trump take Hillary out of the picture, let's just say that Trump and Cruz was running head to head here in Tennessee to be the President of the United States, which one would you vote for? You're on the air.
Yeah, I like to speak to RL. Yes.
This is RL.
Hey?
This is
okay. They used to have adopted roads, you know, if you adopt so much of the road, and we took over two miles of it, and I said from Carroll to Vasper, and people would come out on behind us and throw out as much as we pick up coming the other way. They come out behind us and throw it out. You know what I call it? I call them trash people would throw out garbage on the road. I won't even have a cigarette thrown out in my car.
You know what? This has been at least 6 or 8 years ago. Me and my son was going and doing something, and I can't remember. But I just remember the incident, and I said, "Why did you do that?" I just wasn't thinking. So I whipped around and went back and I made him pick it up. And you know, at that time, he was in his 40s. Because, you know, I don't want nothing out there. I mean, there's another story I can tell you about that. Whenever I was a county commissioner, that was back in the early 90s. The sheriff's department had probably 10 kids, young. It was the juvenile. We have a juvenile housing thing in Scott County, which I don't think you guys have. So anyway, they had them out picking up the trash along the road where I live, or where I did live, not now. And so anyway, I going by there, and it's hot as heck as in the summertime. And I just go home and get me a bucket and put some ice in it and put some soft drinks down in it. Because I just wanted to talk to the kids and see, how they felt about this. So anyway, I asked the guard, I said, would it be all right that I give this to these young men and talk to them for a few minutes? And I wanted to see how they reacted to picking up that garbage. And this one kid said, you know what? He said, I got a solution for this. Said, every kid, not just one, but every kid should have to go out here and pick up this trash at least by themselves now. Maybe have an adult to chaperone them or whatever by themselves and have to pick up a mile or two of this road. He said, I guarantee you they'll never throw nothing else out because I'll never throw nothing else out my window.
It's pitiful.
Huh?
It's pitiful.
It is.
Try to keep people in on the road. I knew they have a litter control officer, but they keep following them roads all the time.
Right. You're just doing it, and it's like that again in an hour later in some cases. Now,
across from where I live here on Highway 25 Deputy, because it used to be Highway 59, first one down it's Highway 25 now. They'll fire him at Lake City and pull off over here and scatter the garbage along the road, and the dumpster right there across the road.
Right.
And there ain't no count. Well, I like to see them do something about it, and we do, we cry about it. Just look at the piece of road and say, boy, how filthy it is.
Yeah.
And it's been a good night. We enjoy you. We watch you a lot, and so you don't miss you ever say me so.
Appreciate it.
I would like to see something done about it.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to tell you, this was several years back here on the program. A gentleman sent in a tape so I could run it here on my show about trash and just bunches and bunches of trash. So me and Mr. Monday, we went to that dump, and believe it or not, the guy that sent that tape in, his house was just above it, and there was just all kinds of mail down in there with his address on it. You're on the air. Turn your TV down.
That's what I'm doing. Okay. Does Scott County have a weekly paper over there?
We have two of them.
Two of them?
Yes.
Do you know what the phone number is over there where I could call and have some milk made?
Well, the one of them is called the Independent Herald. I don't know the number right off. And the other one's called Scott County News, I guess.
Okay.
But now, if you really can't get a hold of them, I can have it next week for you if you are not able to get a hold of anybody, okay?
Okay, I would appreciate that if you could.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You're on the air.
Hey, well, I agree with you on that trash thing. My daughter, our oldest daughter, her son-in-law was in the Navy down in Honolulu, Pearl Harbor. We went there and stayed 2 weeks. My daughter put us all over that island practically every day. And you couldn't have picked up a full bushel basket full of trash over the whole island. Maybe we need to send somebody down there and see if we could educate them.
Well, I tell you, I think that young man back over 20 years ago had the answer. Take every one of these kids, and when they're just young, if we, and I believe right now that I've got a grandson that's 9 years old, and you all have seen him again. I believe I've just come up with an answer that, because I know he don't throw nothing out of my car, or he don't throw nothing out of his grandmother's car. I guarantee you that. But I might just have him to go pick up trash one day, just to.
Well, some of the adults are just as bad.
Oh, yeah, heck. I mean, some of the parents is worse.
But they'll throw anything out. It don't make a difference to us.
I guarantee it. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff you find that gets thrown out. And you know, and then I'm not, now you ladies, I'm not pointing you out, but I guarantee you, I know, a woman that had at least 3 or 4 kids, and they go out and they get to McDonald's, or they go somewhere, and they go up to the some places and pull off side of the road, and one of the bad places was, I don't know where it's at or not, but when you first go into Scott County, there's a white bridge about a mile inside of Scott County that turns left. Well, it's the road is wide there, and there's shade trees all over, and they'll come there and they used to, they don't anymore. They come there and sit there and eat and set all their bags and stuff just out beside the car and leave.
Yeah. Well, I've seen men do that at service stations. You take a drink and drink it and head that type on the pavement and drive off.
That's awful.
Yeah. And they'd rather throw it down there than trash can right in front of them, but they don't know what it's for.
Appreciate your call.
All right.
Thank you. But now I do. I haven't seen Mr. Monday, and I went riding with him a couple of times, and I think they do a pretty good job. And you know, you do see a lot of trash cans now that sit around where people do take their own trash off. Now, instead of letting someone come pick up I'm going out all the time, and I go by the garbage center, or the whatever you want to call it, and why not just pitch it off myself? You know, the recycling center is, and I know here that they actually go through, or did go through, whenever they go out there and they take those dumpsters, and whenever you throw your stuff in it, they take them around the building down there, and they go through them and they sort them, and they get cash for that. Well, now we used to do some of that, but we don't do it anymore over there. But folks, you're on the air.
Ariel, I had this to say, see what your comment or anyone else's comment would be on this. During the hearing, that they had for my daughter, I got paid for only 2 years taking care of her, and I told them I really didn't want it, and they kept pushing it on me, which it did help. But Social Security Administration cut my check to 0 from March until July, until I could not get an attorney in that case what concerned my daughter. And our heat pump, it went out, and it's still out. And I went down there and took a friend with me and told them that, and they gave me back my check for a couple months and took it back again. They are the biggest waste Governor Haslam is wasting tax dollars. It's unbelievable, and I never knew that until I got in this situation with DIDD, Adult Protective Service. They are absolutely too much waste in the system. So what we do, nothing. We're helpless. But can you imagine that? Cut your check out to 0. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You know, I don't know how to help this lady. I just know that some of the things that happens to people is beyond me, and I don't know, and I can't fix every problem that everybody. I can't fix hardly any of them, because we all have problems, and just but getting to the person or the right people to talk to is very important. You're on the air.
RL?
Yes.
No offense meant to that caller, but maybe somebody needs to teach her the burning the bridge theory. Because after you burn so many of them, you don't have any more to cross.
Okay.
Okay, now, I want to ask you a question. Who's running for president, Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton?
Well, I think it's Hillary. I don't see Bill.
No, because every time you talk about her, you preface her candidacy with her husband. So who's running for president, her or him?
It doesn't make any difference. I just hope she gets elected. If we could elect him up, if we could.
What do you know about Bill Clinton? Really know about?
If we could elect him again, I would.
You would. Do you know what he does for a living?
Yeah.
What does he do for a living?
He's got that thing that he goes around all over the world, and they pay him good money for it.
He's a lobbyist, RL.
Yeah, that's.
He's a lobbyist. Do you know what the Clintons are worth?
Oh, I'd say probably a quarter or $500 million.
Well, they're worth a little over $100 million, the two of them together.
Yeah, I don't doubt that a bit.
Okay, but he's a lobbyist. That's what he does for a living. But he's not running for president. She's running for president. So you need to look at her record.
I have.
The other day she said, I want to get rid of coal miners and coal mines. Well, we know that. She tried to walk it back, but she couldn't. I mean, we know that, there's the fossil fuel and this, that, and the other. But you really need to look at her record. You really need to see what she's accomplished. You always preface her candidacy.
Let me tell you this.
I don't want to elect him again.
I'd love for him to be elected again.
Yes, well then you're a subscriber to this fact that what a person does in their working life has nothing to do with what they do in their personal life. Then, do you? Because if a man does a certain thing in his personal life, that has no effect or no bearing on his public life.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. The way I look at it, and I know that it's not the way that most people look at ethics or whatever. There's a different. To me, if a man and a woman, and I don't approve of it for myself, I couldn't deal with it. But if a man and a woman, if they want to have an affair with someone else and they're okay with it, I don't care. I don't care, not one little bit. And because whenever we look around, I'll just tell you a little thing that happened 4 or 5 years ago here, and you may remember it, that there was a minister that was a pastor that was a lady sent me a letter and saying that this pastor was having his daughter to bring home little kids.
Yes, I remember that.
Okay. And this person leave. What happened there? You know what happened? Mm-hmm. A church here in this city went around and talked to all the people that was sponsoring me and asked them to not sponsor me anymore. They didn't jump on the person, and even one called in here and said I ran a good man off. Mm-hmm. And so. Truly, I don't have any problem with that person and him being a minister or the pastor.
Wouldn't you have more respect for human beings if that's what a man wanted to do or a woman wanted to do, that they divorced and went on their merry way?
Right. If that's something that I don't think that they're
like a family.
I don't even think they should have to divorce if that's what makes them, and they accept it. Both of them accept it. That's their business. I don't think, and and me, as far as the president or anyone, as long as they are doing their job, staying within the law, I don't want nobody to be up there and be a thief. I don't want anybody to be up there but as far as their personal life, I don't think, it's none of my business.
And you don't think that kind of personal life that seeps over into your public life? And you think one has no bearing on the other?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what I'm saying is if a man and a woman, if
right, he's none of my business. I don't know. I don't care. You know, that's what people do. But when you're a public figure like that, and you come together and you stand up like a family, and you know that this man has done certain things and this woman has done certain things. I mean, when you stand up in front of people and put yourself up as some kind of moral guide.
Well, let me tell you something. Pull up as much as you can pull up, and I would say that at least the 75% of all successful men have had affairs one way or another. I would say that 50% of all women have had, and I can tell you that I have never had another affair. And this June the 25th, I'll be married 50 years.
Okay.
But my father was married 4 times. My mother was married 8 times.
That's right. But like I say, what does his being president have to do with her presidential candidacy?
I don't care. If
you're voting for her or you're voting for him?
I'm voting for her and hoping that if she has, I'm voting for her and hoping if she has a problem, she'll got enough sense to go ask him what to do.
Well, then you're not voting for her then for presidency. You're voting.
Oh yeah, I'm voting for her.
That she'll have enough sense to go ask him. Now, do you realize what you're saying? Do you know how chauvinistic that is?
Well, that's not chauvinistic.
Yes, it is.
Well, I guarantee you he goes.
She's got a problem. She's going to have to go ask Bill how to solve it.
No, not necessarily.
Tomorrow.
I would hope it. Hey, I would hope it that you go ask. I mean, I have problems, and I call people and I ask them, what would you do?
But why is her presidency so based on who she was married to?
I don't think it is.
It is.
I think she's that
Women
smart.
are going to go out of here and vote for her because they want a woman president. I want a woman president, but not that woman.
Okay.
What she did to the troops in Benghazi.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. That's the biggest farce thing it's
not.
It's ever happened.
Did you ever watch her on television when she said it was a video?
I listen. There's.
Did you watch her when?
Why would even the Republican group? In fact, they've come out with something now. But whenever a president that took us to war and lost many, and
we're not talking about that. We're talking about her. We're talking about her character.
I'm talking about she that made no bigger mistake.
Don't bring up Roosevelt, Eisenhower, all that stuff. That's got nothing to do with anything. We're talking about character.
I'm talking character.
We're talking about a couple that left their home state, went to New York. He has been a lobbyist. They've connected them to certain things.
Well,
I know that politics is corrupt.
Every one of them does that.
The politicians are corrupt.
Do you remember?
I'm going to vote for her based on who her husband was.
You remember Lincoln Davis?
Yes.
Okay, you know what Lincoln Davis is doing now for a living?
He's probably a lobbyist.
He's a lobbyist for Karzai.
That's right. And who do you think that, all those deals that were made?
All of them, that's where they all go. Watch what Rubio does.
Because it's that way, RL, why do we just accept it and say that's the way?
Well, we have an opportunity to vote every year, and I don't think that the Republican or the Democrats are any better. One is any better than the other. They all cheat.
That's right.
Appreciate your call.
All right.
Thank you. You're on the air.
I don't know what she's trying to get over with. Well, I look at whatever Bill Clinton done in his life and his wife's life, that's their affair. But now what he done in the presidency, now that's the people. But it don't fall over from one to the other.
Yeah, I don't care if, as long as they're doing the job and they're not doing, and doing it crooked, then but we know that there's going to be some crooked things go on, no matter where you're at or what you do.
Yeah. But now here's marital affairs, and I'm not a Bill Clinton fan, I never was. But that right there has nothing to do with his presidency.
I thought he was the best president in my time.
There are a lot of people think that.
And
I don't. But I mean,
I don't understand. I don't understand why it was so. People disliked him at all because we didn't go to war during his time. Everybody wanted to work. Gas prices stayed pretty much the same. And what else do you want?
I hear the remark made said, well, I'll tell you what, I was a Democrat, but I won't vote for nobody that plays saxophone. Well, that's about as ludicrous as anything I've heard in my life.
Well, sometimes you have to raise taxes or you have to broaden your tax base. And right now we got a thing going on. We're bringing in all these thousands of people at and every ticket sold is 9.2 cents. And then they're trying to raise it again by 8% more. And then we have a motel tax. They're trying to raise that. And we're going to run people off because they're going to have people.
You're going to lose a lot of income coming in.
You ain't kidding.
They sure are. I mean, you can cut your nose off, spite your face a lot of times.
Well, that's what's happening over at home right now.
Well, I tell you what, that's a bad situation. But that lady talking there, what Bill done ain't got a thing to do with Hillary running for president or. But now, well, I'm just like you. If something did fall out and she did get elected, I'd hope she'd go ask people.
Me too, because I think
I'd like for her to get his consultation put in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate your call.
You too.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to run the break, and we'll be back. I noticed that someone called me there that I've been waiting to try to argue with them a little bit, so I hope you'll call me after break.
Hi, my name is Mark Beckman. I'm with Independent Insurance Consultants. Did you know that we have special needs plans available in our area specifically designed for people who have Medicare and TennCare? These special needs plans can provide additional benefits beyond what Medicare and TennCare offer you, and they can offer those additional benefits at no cost. If you're interested in finding out about getting dental and vision coverage or assistance for your over-the-counter items like cough and cold remedies, vitamins, aspirin, things like that, please give me a call. My phone number is 1-866-691-5571. I'll help you determine if you qualify for those plans, and I can explain how they work to you. Have a good day.
Welcome to RaisX.
RaisX has a friendly service with a family environment, with that country kick. It's a family-owned with delicious food, offering breakfast, lunch, supper all day long, and great steaks, wonderful salmon. Also, for that sweet tooth, pies and much more. For the kids, games, daily specials, dine in or carry out. Call 423-569-3354. Call RaisX today.
Riggs Drugs has been a part of Campbell County for generation after generation, serving our friends and neighbors. And now we have redesigned our store to better serve you. It's the same knowledgeable and friendly staff, but a new look and new technology to ensure you get your prescriptions fast. We've always got you covered from prescriptions to all your home health needs. We've always been more than a pharmacy, still offering a huge selection of gifts and decor here at the new and improved Riggs Drugs.
Hi, I'm Ann Love with Linda Kilgore State Farm Agency. I have worked in the insurance and financial services industry for over 20 years, formerly with the John R.W. Brown Agency. I'm a native Campbell County and enjoy helping people with their insurance needs. Stop by and see me for all your insurance needs.
I tell you what, with these 4 machines, we've covered all the bases. We've got a party barge, a mud beast, a couple of nasty ATVs for guys who just love to get dirty. Like the Razor High Lifter Edition, this machine is built for the mud. Basically, it's a water buffalo. It will take you through the mud and brush like you wouldn't believe.
Why do my customers choose Husqvarna Power Equipment? That's easy, because my landscaping crew has to rely on a durable product.
I need the performance and quality that Husqvarna provides.
And the innovative products that help me move on with my day.
For maintenance parts or accessories, I don't have to go far. I know my Husqvarna dealer is right around the corner. Make the impossible possible and visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Visit your local Husqvarna dealer or go to husqvarna.com for more information.
Okay, folks, we're back, and things was getting hot and the way we like it. And you know, the white knuckle event's coming up soon here in over in Scott County, and I hope you all come over and join us and have a good time. I also Ron's Golf Cart and Indoor Flea Markets bringing you tonight's show, and True Value Homes. So anytime you know that you take a notion to come over in Scott County and you can't find it, you just give me a call, and a lot of you's got my number. But it's so easy to find, folks. It's so easy. It's just that you come to the red light where you have to stop on 63. That's where 63 ends into Highway 27, and it's just on the left. You can't miss it. That's True Value Homes. No, I mean, I know a lot of you hate Bill Clinton for some reason. I don't know. I mean, you know, to me, I didn't like the idea of what he did at all, because I liked Al Gore. I liked Al Gore a lot. I thought he would make a great president. And anyway, he cost Al Gore the election, and we ended up with George again, and folks, the worst president probably ever in history. But some people say, well, he's one of the great. It's just a different of view that we all have, and right now, I would say that there's a lot of people out there that's. I'll tell you, one of the people that I know a lot of people didn't like, Ron Paul, I thought was pretty good. You're on the air.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Gibson.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, your show is getting interesting. Let me ask just some simple questions.
Okay.
Okay. On the Benghazi thing, not talking about the hearings or everything, but whenever it first came out, didn't Hillary say that they blamed it on some type of a movie or something, and at the same time she was making emails or something to people telling them that it was a terrorist attack? Was that my correct in my?
No, no question about it. It coming, not necessarily Hillary said it, but it was coming from the presidential office and the news media was picking it up that it was caused by some kind of a movie that had something to do with what was it? And then Hillary had actually emailed her daughter and said it was an attack.
Okay, now if you just take just that fact, she was Secretary of State. She knew that this was a terrorist attack. Yet, see, the point I'm trying to get to around is credibility. When people do not tell you the truth, when they lie to you, and because, I mean, this thing right here, I'm not talking about the hearings and all that stuff. I'm talking about just this one little fact shows that she was not truthful. Now, here's what gets me. It's like Bill. He said he never had the sexual thing with the lady.
Right.
I believe that you would say that he did. Would you? Am I correct?
I guarantee you did.
Okay, but he said he didn't. Is that correct?
We talked about this a little bit last night. And you know, I said, you know, I don't know anybody that don't tell a little bit of a.
That's not the question. I'm asking you a question as to what he said.
Oh yeah, he said I did not have sexual relation with that lady.
Okay, the point.
No, he didn't say lady. He said that woman, didn't he?
Oh yeah, well whatever he said, but anyhow, to me he lied about it.
Oh yeah.
But here's the point I'm trying to make. When people flat out just lie to you, how do you know when they're ever telling you the truth about anything? Whenever they'll lie to fit their need, every time it comes up to their need, they do this. How?
Well, now let me ask you a simple question.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna tell you, I said this last night on my show that, you know, if I had done something like that, would I deny it to my wife? Absolutely. And would that be a lie? Absolutely.
Right.
And I think that you know, we all do certain things, because if I told the truth to my wife, I don't lie to her. I just don't tell her the whole truth. And is that a lie? Yes. But
here's where I'm coming from, though. The office of the presidency, people have lost respect, and I think a large percentage of it is due to the fact of how Mr. Clinton, or President Clinton, conducted himself in that position. And it's not just that one, it's anywhere you want to look, you'll find this type of thing. And I think that the younger generations, we wonder why they are like they are. Who is it that they can believe? If they can't believe the president or the government, who is it, or what's the word? What's the purpose of even having the word truth anymore?
Well, now...
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Let's just take Nixon's issue. You take every one of them. You take Johnson. You take George Bush. Didn't he say, read my lips, no new taxes? But, yes, he voted for taxes. Was that a lie? Or was it something he had to do? And now, all I'm saying is, if we're just looking at something as just a lie, we can just make a lie out of anything we want to make. But now, was it wrong for what Bill Clinton done? Absolutely. Wrong as wrong can be, and he cost us to have George Bush as a president.
But what he did, though, is it's not, well, the wrong is one part about it. But yet he is not man enough, which is a character, goes back to character, to stand up and admit. Now, Hillary, Hillary promises things. She promises jobs and all these other things, and I've listened to her. But I've never heard her go into any kind of detail as to how she's going to correct the economy or bring the jobs. You see, they talk.
Well, I mean, I think I really do. I think it's just that way with all. It just take Barney Sanders. You know, let's just give everything away. Why don't he just promise to give a house and a car with it, and that way we just don't have to do nothing. And let's just take Donald Trump. All he says is, "I'll make America great again." He don't tell you how he's going to do it.
Okay.
Not a bit. And Cruz is crazy. As far as I'm concerned, he's totally a lunatic. I think John Kasich is a smart, and let me tell you something. If John Kasich gets that nomination, I will be voting for John Kasich.
Anyhow.
And so, I think that the man, he and Clinton together, and Newt was the biggest one of all of them. Even he took his divorce papers and handed them to his wife on her dying bed.
Well, and we're talking all sorts of things.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. What did Bill Clinton do that was so drastic that people just, that they hang on to that one, but we look at let's just look at all of them. They're all got the same problem. Well, let's say 75% of them have the same. It's a known fact. People that's in high positions. Look at John Edwards, what he did. Well, I mean, it just, it's all of them, buddy.
Let me try to stay. You leave me off so bad I can't
Okay.
What is it? Whenever we look at this thing, there are some good people out here. There's people out here that won't lie to you. They might not answer your question or something like that, but there are people who will not lie to you. They'll tell you like it is, or they'll keep their mouth shut. But anyhow, I think we're in big trouble. And like what Hillary will say, if you'll listen to her, because of her words, she says, "I want to do this." She don't say what she's going to do.
Well, I'll tell you this, and this is my belief, truly, wholeheartedly. I think that any candidate that tells you exactly what they're going to do is lying through their teeth, because they don't know what they can do, because situations change.
Okay, let me hit upon a subject here. She pushes the point of women not being paid the same as men, that she's going to change this. This is federal law. It's a federal law that you cannot discriminate as far as wages is concerned against anybody. I don't care if it's black, white, male, female, funny people, whatever. You cannot discriminate.
I understand.
Now, she harps on this thing over and over. And she undoubtedly, well, I heard somewhere, of course, you hear everything, that she wasn't paying her female employees or whatever what she did her male. But anyhow.
Well, let me tell you this.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
That's politics, buddy. I don't care who it is, who it's not. That's politics. That gets votes.
Well, okay, but this leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I understand. I do.
And I'd like to hear, you did a straw poll here back a few weeks or whatever back, and your straw poll showed about 3-1 of the local people who called in that supported Hillary. I'd like for one of them, or just some of them, or anybody, or yourself, to tell me what Hillary has done that is significant, that has helped this country in all the number of years that she's been on the public dole. What has she actually accomplished other than she racked up so many millions of miles of travel? I mean, what is something of substance she has actually done?
I listen to a lot of news and in politics, you know I love it. And not one senator that worked with her and her in the Senate, Republican or Democrat, never gave her any bad press. She was a hard worker. She knew how to get stuff done. She was smart, but I don't know if you're a Democrat or Republican. You look at it, and I understand you coming from the Republican side of being conservative. Now, I'm a very conservative person when it comes to money. When it comes to personal liberties or whatever, I have zero. I'm not conservative. A black man has got just as much rights to anything as I've got. A gay group has got the same rights that I've got. If you believe in the Pledge of Allegiance of the United States of America, you can't have those prejudices if you really believe in it, because it says for all, not just one.
Yeah, and it says justice for all. But anyhow,
so
I'll tell you, I think that Barney looked awful good, because, like I say, I think, and you can take this with a grain of salt, of course, I think we ought to raise that minimum wage to $15 and then increment it every year for next forever. Set it on a steady growth of, say, $4 or $5 every year that it increases.
Well, I know you're about where you're coming from. But here's what's bothering me right now. You go out and eat, and you go to the grocery store. and people's wages are not going up. But you go to Walmart and get a pound of hamburger meat, it's $4.
But whenever you get in line to see how that's paid for,
and
you follow me?
I understand that, but still, when you go out and do anything, the prices are going up, and like you said, especially in a lot of area, those are being paid with mine and your taxes.
Well, like I say, I'm getting to the point that I think that Barney looks awful good, and I think the government should take over everything and let us all be government employees. Would everyone be?
Oh, no.
Oh, wait a minute now. Would you not like to be paid government wage and have a government insurance policy, be paid for 12 or 13 paid holidays a year, all these things, and a great retirement? That's what government's about. So now who can argue with such a thing for everybody to work for the government?
Well, I don't want to be. I don't want a communist or a socialist country. I like our country too much.
Well, but I'm not saying the word communist or socialist. I'm just saying that the government is the best place there is to work.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm gonna take another. I can't beat you tonight, okay?
I appreciate your time. Y'all have a safe trip.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks, sir.
Bye. You're on the air.
Hi, Ariel. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's great. I was wanting you to talk about something tonight.
Okay.
It's elderly in the community. You know that most of them are on a fixed income.
Right.
And by the time they pay their electric bill and pay what they can, they just, have barely enough money to survive.
Well, I know several people like that.
Okay. Well, how does a person find those people to help them? Because, if they couldn't go through the legal systems like the government, try to get help, there's too much red tape.
I'll tell you this.
Elderly.
I guarantee you there's a community leader or a senior citizens or a church that knows plenty of those people to help, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye. You're on the air.
Hey.
Yeah.
I agree with that last male caller. I think Barney's got the solution, but Barney is taking baby steps. What Mr. Hampton's trying to tell you is we need to go to what's called a GMI. That's a guaranteed minimum income. Basically, we all become employees of the government, and the government takes care of everybody and all their problems. And that way, you don't have any.
But I'm not laughing at you. It's just that,
Well, look, Napoleon studied this. He entertained this idea for his country of France. He also, did you know Nixon was working on a GMI, a guaranteed minimum income? And that senator that helped him wrote a book on it. Now, Robert Theobald wrote a book on it in 1963. And then in 1968, Patrick Moynihan, remember him?
Oh, yes.
He wrote a book on it. He and Nixon were working together.
Big old guy.
They were working together to get a GMI, guaranteed minimum income, for everybody in this country. And Watergate hit.
Did Kennedy...
Which was your Democrat Party, destroyed the fact that we could have already had Bernie Sanders' programs completely installed.
Who took Moynihan's? Was it Brown or was it Kennedy?
Who?
Moynihan.
I don't know who his successor was. Hey, now one other thing. I'm really upset with you saying Newt Gingrich delivered his divorce papers to his wife on her deathbed.
Well, that was what the news was reporting.
No, the news never said that. The Democrat Party said that.
Oh, well, it was coming over one of them Democrat stations.
Listen, every one of Newt Gingrich's ex-wives are still alive, including his current wife. They're all living.
Okay.
Everybody was on a deathbed. Okay? Now, she was in a hospital taking treatment
small cancer problem she had.
Well, I was just going by what I heard on the news, so.
She was, no, you didn't hear that on the news.
I did.
Democrat Party.
Well, the Democrat Party, okay.
Now listen, Hillary Clinton, all her ex-lovers are dead.
Oh, you're talking about
Vince Foster.
Foster?
Okay. Now, Newt has never killed one of his ex-wives. Unlike Jerry Lee Lewis, who has 3 dead wives.
Hey, how do you know that Vince Foster was Hillary's lover?
Oh, he's the killer.
How do you know that Vince Foster was Hillary's lover? Because you heard it from someone.
Because I heard it from the Republican Party. Hey, look, my source is as good as your source.
Okay.
But every time you say Newt delivered his divorce papers to his dying wife on her deathbed, I'm going to call in and tell you about Vince Foster and how he's really dead. Newt's ex-wife is still living today.
Well, but anyway, that was on the news a long time ago. But anyway, Newt and
hey, look, Clinton would not have been a good president without Newt Gingrich.
Well, I'm telling you, Newt and Kasich, the 3 of them.
Kasich, hey, look, Kasich, I'm sorry. You know, my pet rocks have got more intelligence. Poor old Kasich is sitting up there thinking he's going to get the nomination. He needs 1,200 delegates to be nominated, and there's only like 1,100 left.
Oh, it's I know it. Well, it would. He'd have to get 106% of all the delegates left.
What I'm saying is, it's mathematically.
He can't.
Impossible for him to get the nomination.
Right, but the thing about it is, it's not impossible for him to get the nomination because the Republican Party right now they don't know which way they're going, up or down.
Hey,
and if they stop Trump, I would not bet a penny that they don't pick Kasich.
No, they'll pick the Canadian.
Oh no, because
we tried a Kenyan citizen of Indonesia, born in Kenya, as presidential. That didn't work out. So let's try a Canadian.
Okay. Well, listen, I got another call, and I only got about 4 minutes to go.
Hey, stay home.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Well, they hung up on me. Give me a call back. I got time for one more, or maybe 2 more quick calls, and then I'm out of here. Okay, there you go. You're on the air.
Hey, Oriel, I heard the same thing on the news about Newt Gingrich handing the papers to his wife. I thought she died too.
I did too.
She was going to.
Well, but anyway.
I did hear that.
But there's no question that he did handed her divorce papers on her sick bed. I appreciate your call about it.
Hey, have a safe trip home.
Okay, thank you. Hey, folks, if you hadn't been over to Razak's lately, and I'm telling you, that fish on Friday night is hard to beat. You're on the air. Go ahead, you're on it.
You're talking about Hillary and everything. The thing is, you have to have some kind of morals to be president. I think you have to. You're over a country, and you want other countries to respect you. And just like they supposedly, when they moved out of the White House, items were took from the White House that didn't belong to them. Also, it was said that they trashed some of the offices at the White House. I mean, to me, if that's true, she doesn't need to be there.
Well, let me tell you, I'd say that she's probably, as far as the countries go, she's probably the most respected one that's running for president. Did you know what England said about Donald Trump? If he was elected president, he would not be welcome in England.
Well, here's the thing.
And that's our number one ally in the world.
To me, there's not a one of them that really is worth voting for. I don't know how, other than money, that they pick these people. But as far as Hillary, she, you know, Bill had the affair with the girl. They trashed this girl, you know, and it's just like he was a mentor, but yet, you know, the situation.
Yeah.
But
well, I appreciate you.
Respect for someone like that.
Yeah, I understand.
I have respect for her, because if it had been my husband, he wouldn't have been real happy. He wouldn't have been smiling.
I'll tell you what. If it had been my wife's husband, which that's me, I wouldn't be here. I'd be dead.
Well, it's probably so.
Appreciate your call. Folks, don't forget our sponsors: True Value Homes, Ron's Golf and Indoor Flea Market, and the White Knuckle event is coming to Scott County in May. And you know, South Fort Thurp is not advertising with me over here, but they do advertise with me over in Scott County. And I just like to throw a good word in, because folks, they are good people and they work well on me, and I hope they could you too. And so good night, everybody. I'll see y'all next week.